In a fiery and unforgettable exchange on Capitol Hill, tensions reached a boiling point between former President Donald Trump and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. It all began during a high-stakes committee hearing that was meant to address a series of controversial policy proposals and allegations regarding family welfare programs. As witnesses gave their testimonies, Trump, who had been invited to speak in his defense on certain allegations, grew visibly agitated. Leaning into his microphone with an unrestrained tone, he pointed directly at Crockett and, in a voice that echoed across the room, accused her of being a family destroyer. The phrase was sharp, loaded, and clearly designed to provoke. Gasps rippled through the chamber as the accusation hung in the air, and reporters in the press gallery scrambled to capture the moment. For a few seconds, the room was silent, the weight of the insult sinking in. But Jasmine Crockett, known for her quick wit and unshakable composure, didn't flinch. She straightened in her chair, took a slow breath, and then delivered what would become one of the most replayed political rebuttals of the year, a 43-second masterclass in controlled yet devastating rhetoric. Her eyes locked on Trump, her voice steady but charged with conviction. "Mr. Trump," she began, "if standing up for families means calling out those who rip away healthcare, cut education funding, and separate children from their parents at the border, then I will proudly carry that label. But make no mistake, the true destroyer of families is the one who treats them as pawns for power and profit." The room erupted in murmurs, with some members nodding in agreement while others shifted uncomfortably in their seats. Crockett didn't stop there. She laid out a rapid-fire list of policies and incidents from Trump's administration, citing statistics and real-life examples of families who had suffered under those measures. Her tone remained calm, but every sentence struck like a gavel, each fact a pointed rebuttal to his accusation. In those 43 seconds, she dismantled the insult not just personally, but politically, turning it into an indictment of Trump's entire record on family issues. Trump, visibly irritated, tried to interject, but Crockett pressed on until the committee chair banged the gavel to maintain order. Cameras caught Trump's expression shifting from defiance to frustration, his lips tightening as he realized that her response had not only neutralized his attack but had put him on the defensive. Political analysts watching live began to post on social media, noting that Crockett's rebuttal had flipped the narrative in under a minute. Within hours, clips of the exchange had gone viral, amassing millions of views online. Supporters hailed her as a fearless defender of truth, while critics scrambled to downplay the moment, calling it over-dramatized. As the hearing continued, the atmosphere remained tense, but Crockett's words lingered in the minds of everyone in the room. Reporters swarmed her afterward, eager to get additional comments. She simply smiled and said, "When the truth is on your side, you don't need more than a minute to make your case." That statement alone became a trending quote across social media platforms, further solidifying her reputation as one of the sharpest and most fearless voices in Congress. Political commentators spent the following days dissecting the confrontation. Some argued that Trump's outburst was a strategic attempt to rattle Crockett, hoping to draw her into an emotional reaction that would undermine her credibility. Instead, she turned it into an opportunity to highlight his administration's controversies and to connect with the public on an emotional level. Others pointed out that Trump's choice of words, "family destroyer," might have backfired, giving Crockett the exact setup she needed to deliver her most powerful statement yet. In the weeks that followed, the clash became a defining moment in political discourse, referenced in interviews, late-night talk shows, and even campaign ads. It was more than just a heated argument, it was a textbook example of how a poised, well-prepared response can shift the balance of a public confrontation. Crockett's 43-second reply would go down in political history as a moment when sharp intellect and moral conviction overpowered bluster and insult, leaving an indelible mark on the narrative.